is Nurfaliha binti Muhammad Fazli. My matric number is 060255. From the article Minimum Wage Concept and Application, I found that the statutory minimum wage has developed many years after enactment of the National Wage Consultative Act 2011. In the 2000, the average real labour productivity at 6.7% grew faster compared in year 2008 at 2.6%. So, in this video, we'll explain the minimum wage concept and application like objective, the minimum wage, the legislation, the implementing, the lesson and challenge from other countries, and conclusions. The objective of the minimum wage, firstly, to reduce the poverty by increasing the wage of low-income workers. It is because to improve the standard living, the low income that still remain below poverty. Secondly, to promote productive growth. It is because the minimum wage gives to increase productivity of workers in the firm and increase the company operating costs. Thirdly, to avoid the suspicion of wage, especially among the low scale and low income, by justification, the implementation a minimum wage policy will be addressed inefficiency in the labour market and to prevent the competitions. Legislation of the minimum wage. There are two legislation. First, the Wage Council Act 1947 Act 195 established for certain categories as recommended by the Commission of Inquiry COIS. Example, shop assistant, hotels, food catering under several wage regulation that gazette to set the minimum wage. Second, the National Minimum Wage Consultative Council Act 2011 Act 2732 contains the law on matter relating to the minimum wage order, investigation and enforcement of agencies and penalties. The implementing of minimum wage. The government must fully aware of the structural differences in the labour market across economic sector as well as subsector in different regions. The example in Sabah, agriculture sector much larger share for job at 29.8% than Sarawak at 12.2%. Next, in the implementing the minimum wage, that the common criteria that many countries must consider, such as the labour productivity, competitiveness, unemployment, GDP growth, consumer price index, cost of living, and wage level. Malaysia used the poverty line income, which is PLI, per worker as a benchmark for the cost living and wage level, and median, which is the first ability to pay. The lesson and challenge from other countries. First, the implementation of the minimum wage needs to be informed early to employer and employee to have time to prepare. Example, in Korea, the enactment of the minimum wage act in 2 years and is enable company to adjust. In Thailand, before the enactment wage, the company must postpone the benefit increase and all wage because after the process the enactment wage, there was an expectation that minimum wage rate may change. Secondly, the minimum wage policy must be aware of other policy. Example, in Thailand, the social protection benefits are entitled by the informal worker. In Hong Kong, the younger workers who did not receive the full minimum wage had entitled to receive the full management wage. In conclusion, the concept and application for implementing the minimum wage needs to be understood. In my opinion, all the authorities, especially the government sector, should learn from other countries for implementing the minimum wage, such as Hong Kong, Thailand, and Korea. Hence, Malaysia needs to take serious action for implementing minimum wage so that it can reduce the poverty among low-income people.